The topic before us is do not be half hearted, mastering complete comparisons. In this course, we will concentrate on a common grammatical mistake which we do in sentences is incomplete comparisons. Comparisons are a great way to highlight similarities and differences between things. But an incomplete comparison can leave your reader wondering, unsure of what you are trying to say. If your sentence does not make complete comparison, then the reader is unable to understand what you want to convey. An incomplete comparison occurs when a comparative form, more, less, better, or worse, is used without specifying what is being compared. This omission makes it unclear what is being judged against what. Now we will try to understand this incomplete comparisons with the help of examples. Her cooking is better, but here it is not clear that we are comparing her cooking with what. Whose cooking? With whose cooking the comparison is being made. So here we have corrected the sentence, her cooking is better than his. Next is she is smarter. Smarter than whom? The comparison is incomplete. She is smarter than her brother. Comparison has been made. Two things have to be there to make comparison. The car is faster. Faster than what? Car is faster than mine. Mine means my car. Their team is stronger. Stronger in comparison to what? Stronger than ours. So here we have made the comparison between their team and our team. That is when we are making comparison, two items should be there. One item is being compared against another item. She is taller. Taller than what? Taller than her brother. On one side is her brother and other side is she. So comparison in being made between she and her brother so far as their heights are concerned. Why comparison is important? Complete comparison is important. Incomplete comparison can lead to misunderstanding and make your writing unclear. If your comparison is complete, you provide clear and precise information to your readers and the reader will understand what you want to convey. Tips to avoid incomplete comparisons. Look for comparative adjectives. Faster, better, bigger, smarter, or adverbs more or less that might signal a comparison. If there is the usage of these adjectives and these adverbs, such like adverbs, they signal that there is a question in which there is to be comparison. That is, there must be some other thing against which the comparison has to be made. We understand the same with the help of some examples. Faster. She runs faster, but here it is incomplete. Faster than what? Faster than her friends. Next, we understand the example with regard to better. This new phone is better. Better than what? Better than my old one. So here the comparison has been made between new phone and old phone. Bigger. This house is bigger than ours. Our house and the house we are talking about here, the comparison has been made. Smarter. She is smarter. If we write up to this, the sentence is incomplete. Comparison is incomplete. She is smarter than her brother. Then we make use of, see how the more or less is used. He is more interested in economics than in history. Then we make use of less in comparison. That is where there is less use of the word less in a sentence. We should understand that this is the case of comparison. This puzzle is less difficult than the last one. So here we have understood that in case of comparative adjectives and in case of adverbs such like more or less, they signal a comparison, and there must be something other with which the comparison has to be made. We must mention the other thing. Identify the comparison. Determine what is being compared. We take the example, a cat is faster than a dog. Here the comparison is being made between a cat and a dog. Complete the comparison. Specify the second element of the comparison. We take the example, an elephant is larger than. Here we have to complete the comparison so that this sentence is complete and there is no case of incomplete comparison. Is larger than a dog. Next tip is be mindful of implied comparisons, which can sometimes be confusing. The example is this cake is the best. What it means? Suppose we go to a party. These are the tables. This is the table on which there are various cakes. These are the mango cakes. These are chocolate cakes. These are vanilla cakes. There are varieties of cakes. In many mango cakes are there, many chocolate cakes are there, many vanilla cakes are there. If we simply say this cake is the best, what it means? Whether we want to say this cake is the best of all, or we want to say this cake is the best out of mango cakes, or out of the chocolate cakes, or out of the vanilla cakes, it is unclear. We are not able to convey the message properly, whether we are talking about a specific type of cakes or all the cakes which were there in the party or marriage function. It is unclear. So instead of such like comparisons, we can make use of the word this cake is the best. This cake is the best I have ever tasted. So here we have made the comparison between the cake which is present before us and all other cakes which we have tasted ever. So if we simply say that this car is the best, this is the implied comparison, but it does not show there are many varieties of cars. There are basic cars, then there are mid-range cars or standard cars, then there are premium cars, there are luxury or ultra luxury cars. So there are different types of cars, electric cars, or which run on gas, which run on petrol, which this car is the best. What it means, whether we are talking about the basic cars, this car is the best out of the basic cars, whether this car is the best out of premium range cars, or our car is best out of the luxury range of cars, or this car is the best out of all the cars, it is unclear. So we must specify with which we are making comparison. Now practice questions. Which of the following is correct? He runs faster. Faster than what? There is incomplete comparison. So he runs faster than his teammate. It is correct. These shoes are more comfortable. If the sentence was these shoes are comfortable, okay, sentence is proper. But here we are making the use of adverb more. Here it is a comparison, but the other item is not shown here. So here in the second sentence, these shoes are more comfortable than my old ones. It is the proper sentence. It is wrong. The new model is cheaper. If it is, there is no mention of any comparison with regard to other item. Other item is not shown. So here it is wrong. Sentence comparison is incomplete. The new model is cheaper than the previous version. So here the comparison has been made between new model and previous version. So here the comparison is complete, sentence is okay. Next is, this movie is funnier. Funnier than what? Than the last one I saw. So here the comparison has been made between the movie last one I saw and this movie. Here the comparison is complete, sentence is okay. His presentation was more engaging. Suppose there was a meeting going on and many persons were invited for their presentations, and we say that her presentation was more engaging. Here we are using the adverb more. So it is a case of comparison. So in case of comparison, some other presentation might be taken into consideration. So more engaging than his. It is correct. The beach was more beautiful this year. Here we have again used the word more. So here we have to make comparison than last year. This year and last year comparison has been made. So this is okay, this is wrong. By ensuring your comparisons are complete, that is, we are making comparison between one item and the other item or other items, you can enhance clarity and effectiveness of your communication. The other person will understand what you want to say. They will understand, the reader will understand your message properly if the comparison is complete. It will ensure your intended message is accurately conveyed to the reader. Thanks for watching. If you like our course, please spare some time to give a star rating to our course. Now the topic before us is writing tight strategies for eliminating unnecessary words. It happens that sometimes when we are writing email or letters, or business reports, we write or convey our message in large sentences. Overwordy sentences are there. In today's world, no one has enough time. Suppose we are drafting our job application. If we write unnecessary words in our job application, whether the reader of the or the manager of the institution will be able to go through all your job application, what you have written, no one has extra time. Time available with anyone is short. The manager may have to go through 1000 applications, or he may have received 10,000 job applications. So we should avoid overwordy sentences in today's world, because overwordy sentences, in case of overwordy sentences, we are unable to convey our message to the concerned person appropriately. Message may get lost in our overwordy sentences. So, overwordy sentences can be a common grammar mistake in our English writing. They often contain unnecessary words and phrases that make the sentences longer. Sentence should be short, brief, to the point. If the sentence is overwordy, it can make the sentence difficult to read and understand. The other person or the reader will not be able to understand what you want to convey. The other person who is reading your message will be unsure where one thought ends and another begins. In case of long sentence, it becomes difficult for the reader to track the main idea and the supporting points. What is the main motive of your email or your message, and what are the other points? The reader is unable to concentrate on the same. If you find a very long sentence, try to eliminate some words or breaking the long sentence into small sentences. If there is a long sentence, the reader gets confused. So, if we have written a long sentence, try to break it into small sentences so that the reader can properly understand what you want to convey. What is the meaning of your sentence? Replace wordy phrases with single words. If there are 3 or 4 words or more than that, and if we have a substitute of a single word for that 3 or 4 words, we should use that single word. Now we will understand this concept of overwordy sentences with the help of examples. First is redundancy, repetition. We should avoid repetition. First is, in my personal opinion, I think that the new policy is quite beneficial and advantageous for the company. What we want to say? We want to say that I think, or in my personal opinion, policy is quite beneficial. So, in my personal opinion and I think, both these convey the same thing. It is the repetition of the same idea, or the same words are being repeated. Again, beneficial and advantageous, it is again repetition of the words. So we should avoid redundancy. So it has been rewritten, I think the new policy is beneficial for the company. Redundancy, repetition of the word should be avoided. Next is unnecessary fillers should not be there in the sentence. There are a lot of different types of sports that people can choose to participate in. Here, a lot of different is the unnecessary filler. In place of that, we can use a single word, many. There are many types of sports people can participate in. Next is stating reasons concisely. If we want to convey the reason of a thing, of your action, convey it but briefly, concisely, and not in a very lengthy sentence. Let us have example. The reason why he decided to quit his job was because that he felt that he was not being challenged enough in his current situation. What we want to convey? We want to convey that he quit job because his job was not challenging, or he was not feeling that job was challenging. So here we can simply say that he quit his job because he felt unchallenged. Next, wordy phrasal verbs. She made the decision to cancel the meeting due to the fact that there were not enough attendees. Here we have used these words, made the decision to, due to the fact that. In place of that, we can simply use the words made the decision to cancel. In place of that, we can use cancelled. Due to the fact that, we can use the word because. It is okay to write cancelled in this way in American English. In case of British English, we have to use cancelled with double L. It is okay. So instead of making use of wordy phrasal verbs, we should write concisely. Next is passive voice. When we write in passive voice, the length of the sentence becomes long and the sentence may not have clear meaning. But if we make use of active voice, the sentence becomes shorter and the meaning in most cases is clearer. So let us have example. The report was written by team. We can say that the team wrote the report. It is indirect. We are making use of passive voice. In order to, in place of in order to, we can simply say to provide a comprehensive overview of the project. So we have rewritten the team wrote the report to provide a comprehensive overview of the project. We have made use of active voice instead of passive voice. We have converted or rewritten the sentence in active voice. Simplifying sentence structure. Example is the implementation of the new software system was carried out by the IT department. It is again if sort of use of passive voice. We can directly say that IT department implemented new software. Next is in a manner that ensured minimal disruption to the workflow. We in place of that ensured, in a manner that ensured, in place of that we can simply write with minimal disruption to the workflow or with minimal workflow disruption. So here we have simplified the sentence structure. Next is unnecessary adverbs. Example is she quickly and hastily ran to the store to buy some groceries before it closed. Suppose it is 9 at night and the shop is going to close very soon. So she ran. So there is no need of using these adverbs quickly and hastily because she already knows that the time of closing of the shop is near. So she will naturally go fast to reach the shop in time so that the shop is not closed. So she ran to the store to buy groceries before it closed. Wordy phrases. Due to the fact that it was raining, we decided to postpone the picnic. in place of due to the fact that we can use because it was raining. In place of we decided to postpone, we have simply used postponed. So instead of wordy phrases, we can simplify the sentence. Try to make the sentence shorter, to the point, brief, so that the other reader does not have to spend much time to understand what you want to convey. Here is a very long sentence, example of a very long sentence. We need to review the new policy thoroughly to ensure that all the employees understand the changes and to address any potential questions they might have. This is a very long sentence and a person will have to read it many times to understand what you want to convey. So we are to break this sentence into short sentences. We need to review the new policy thoroughly. Here we will put full stop. Here we will start from here to ensure that all the employees understand the changes. We will write, this will ensure that all employees understand the changes. Up to this we have written. Now to address any potential questions they might have, we will use the words. We can also address any potential questions employees might have. We will see to which this word or pronoun they refers to. Here they is referring to implies. So we can address any potential questions implies might have. We will not write they as it is, pronoun as it is. We will make proper use, proper clear incident should be there. If the pronoun is not referring to clear incident, as we have already learnt in earlier course, we should make use of the noun itself. We can also address any potential questions implies might have. Tips for avoiding overwordiness: be direct. If we want to convey anything, say in the simplest way possible. Eliminate redundancies. Do not repeat the same words or the same idea. Use active voice. Usually, if we use active voice, it is more concise. Passive voice makes the sentence lengthy. Limit prepositional phrases. Too many prepositional phrases can clutter your sentence. Next is remove unnecessary words. Adverbs and adjectives should add meaning, not just length. Prefer simple words. We should make use of simple, clear language instead of complex words and phrases, because the reader may not have to consult the dictionary or go online to understand the meaning of what you want to say. Test your knowledge. It is hard time to get a good job at the present time. In place of at the present time, if we simply write now, it will serve the purpose. He wears a watch which is made of gold. If we simply write he wears a gold watch, it is okay. So in this way, we have to take the best possible steps which we can take so that our sentences are not overwordy, the sentences are brief, to the point, and if there is a long sentence which we have written, we should break it into small sentences. These are just few examples. By being aware of these common mistakes, you can identify and remove unnecessary words, making your writing clear and concise so that your message is clearly understood by the reader. Thanks for watching. If you like our course, please spare some time to give a star rating to our course.